welcome to the IHN show, ladies and gentlemen, episode number 81. And today, recorded on May 6th, we have a great episode today. We have good stuff to talk about, especially the hockey segment. We are getting deeper and deeper in the playoff run, and the action and intensity is definitely increasing.
Oh, yes, it is, as we had another playoff series end. Well, the first one of the second round.
Yep, spoiler alert.
Yes. One could end today, if not
two, actually.
Two?
Yeah.
Let me
And
see.
then
Monday.
one is
yeah,
definitely
two could
gonna
end today.
tomorrow.
Two could end today, and the other one end tomorrow. Actually, the other one's going to end tomorrow. It has to end tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because it's game 7. Duh. So, yes. Anyways, we have a very full episode. It's going to be a very fun episode. It should be a very groovy episode. It should be pretty good. So, it is something we have done since about episode, oh boy, how episodes?
Like 30, 40-ish?
No, we did it before that. Episode
20,
20s. I was thinking we did it in the 20s.
Might have.
In the 20s. Anyways, it's who had that track, but it is now what facility, or it's not who had that track. It's what track am I, but now it is what facility am I.
You can do either or.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it's hockey or racing related. You can't do like, Ford Field or something like that.
Yeah, I used to say
Can't do like that.
That's not right.
So it is my turn to do who or what facility am I. So let me get the dingers rolled up. Let me get my timer ready. As always, unprepared to a certain extent. All right. Oh, there we go. Are you ready, Harold?
Let's do it.
All right. Let me get the capacity here. I am a 19,092 seat capacity for hockey arena.
All right.
19,092. Basketball has a capacity of 20,500. Concerts is 21,500. And arena football is 18,500. So the only oddball is hockey, apparently. This track was built in... Oh, I'm sorry. This facility broke ground in April 14th. That's a free dinger.
Oh, that's real nice.
1994 and opened on October 20th, 1996. At a construction cost of $139 million or $235 million in 2018 money. Architect was Erbel Beckett. Structural engineer was Walter P. Moore. General contractor was Hunt/Morris Diesel. Okay. There is still a NHL team located here. It's had 3 previous names to the one it has now. So it had a first name from 96 to 02, 02 to 12, and 12 to 14. Alright. There is like I said, there's an NHL team there. There's a AFL or Arena Football League team there. And there's an LFL, Longines Football League, which is pretty much the very awesome Lingerie Football League. Perverted bastards we are. Alright.
Good.
You have lots of time left. You got $1.20.
Alright.
There has been one Stanley Cup Finals in this. I'm sorry. One Stanley Cup winning team in this arena. There have been 2 finals in this arena. Okay.
Yeah.
And it has hosted the All-Star Game twice. In 99 and in 2018.
Oh, son of gun. Is it Staples Center? Dang it.
Wrong.
Gotta be kidding me.
Oh, I'm not kidding you. I can make sure. Yep, still wrong.
Oh, jeepers creepers. Alright.
Alright, you got 30 seconds left. This team is in the Eastern Conference and is not in the playoffs this year. And it currently has its name to an oil company.
Oil company?
15 seconds left. Oh boy, cutting it close. That's my last hint. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks for money. You lose all your money and the Broyhill furniture. The correct answer is Amalie Arena for the Tampa Bay Lightning play.
Oh.
Where the Tampa Bay Failures play. Amalie is an oil company.
Amalie, that's what it is.
Amalie Arena. I would have accepted Amalie Arena. I would have not have accepted the Ice Palace, St. P Times Forum, or Tampa Bay Times Forum. So, I only would have accepted Amalie Arena. With that, we, my friends, and children alike, I'm looking at you, MF.
All right.
Okay. Let's see. We are going to move on to the good old IndyCar now. In IndyCar, we have the first race in multiple races this weekend, or multiple weeks, I should say. The first race in 3 weeks. 3 weeks? Yeah, that sounds about right. 3 weeks. We're going to go with 3 weeks. God damn, why is it so freaking quiet? Pissing me the hell off. Whatever, I'm tired of it. IndyCar has the mandated advanced frontal protection device at Indianapolis. Load my article, please. Hold on, internet's taking forever.
Typical.
Yeah, figures. After passing baseline and sightline tests during this week's practice sessions at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the NTT IndyCar Series will mandate the use of the advanced frontal protection device beginning with the Indy Grand Prix. The device was initially scheduled to be debuted at the Indy 500. It is just a bolted piece of titanium in front of the driver. That is going to be a kind of Band-Aid fix, I guess you could say, until they have most likely a windscreen, or what most Americans say, a windshield in place, which it's not going to go over the entirety of the car, but it's going to not look like the halo which Formula One uses. It's pretty much going to be a piece of plexiglass, I'm going to assume, that is bolted to the car in about 1,000 rivets. It's sure as hell not going to go anywhere. So that will help. That will definitely make it a lot safer. You're not going to have stuff fly. It's also not going to be in the view of drivers compared to the advanced frontal protection device. So, you can't have everything. You can't have one, you can't have the other, I guess. In case you didn't know, the official pace car this year for the 103rd running of the Indy 500 is, take a guess. What is a pace car this year in the Indy 500?
Like the make and model of the car?
Sure. I just want to know what the make of the model is.
Let's go Ford Mustang.
That is the incorrect answer. The correct answer was the Corvette. The Chevrolet Corvette.
That was my third guess.
What was your second guess?
Chevy Camaro.
Oh, hell.
Almost.
So, yeah, okay. So they did a thing after Alexander Rossi totally the field at Long Beach. They did a thing where the Andretti Autosport driver has only improved since the 2016 Indianapolis 500 win. As he gave Scott Dixon a scare in the 2018 NTT IndyCar Series Championship race, and he's second in the points this year after a dominant showing at the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. Like I said, when he paddled the field 3 weeks ago, it was the second consecutive win from the pole on the famous South California street course. This time by nearly 18 seconds, 2 zip codes. But he's not always been this sharp, especially in qualifying. When he raced in Europe, he had a hard time clearing his mind. His time suffered the consequence. I was making tiny little mistakes, Rossi said. I actually went to a sports psychologist who talked to me by compartmentalizing. I'm gonna want to say this. Compartmentalizing. That word. All the information you have, and B, visualization. Since then, Rossi has become really good at visualization. Oh my god, I cannot English today. And qualifying. Watch him take on his favorite tracks, Long Beach, of course, with no reference by memory, and for good measure, he's wearing a blindfold. It's scary good. He does it. His in-car lap was 1:06.4 seconds. His blindfolded lap was 1:07.2 seconds. I think he knows what he's doing at Long Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord. So. And as always, this is the month of May. So that is all I've got for the good old IndyCar. I believe it is time for some fun fact. You can go first. Unless you're not ready, you're not ready, so I'll go first for this time.
All right.
All right. So as we were watching us two Nimrods, Dumb and Dumber. We don't have our friend Dylan on here for Dumbest, but
yeah.
I asked that, and we're like, well, whose game starts with a D? So, but we were since the NASCAR race got postponed to the day. If you didn't know that, get from underneath your rock. We watched the last, what was it, about 90 laps?
Something like that.
Yeah,
91.
At 90 laps or so at Dover when we got to Lay Studio. And it was total paddling at that point. But they rolled a little fun fact across the screen. And I stole that fun fact because I am very uncreative and unoriginal.
Mm-hmm.
The record for the most laps led at Dover is held by none other, the guy who's won there the most times, being Jimmy Johansson, who has 11 wins there. He has led a total of 3,105 laps.
Just a few.
Yeah. So if we take that, hold on. Here we go. If we take that, 3,105, where's the calculator? And we do 3,105 divided by, how many races has he had there? He has had 34 races there. He averages 91 laps led per race.
Hot dang.
Yeah.
Just a few.
And if we do 3,105 divided by 11, he averages 282.25 laps per win.
Hot dang.
Led. Yeah.
Just a few. It's not bad.
It's alright. Your fun fact, go ahead.
Alright. My fun fact, I have it on my phone again. Typical me. No worries. My fun fact, I'm not sure if I'll be able to top this fun fact. My fun fact for hockey on my phone that I've got here is about the San Jose Shark Tanks this year in the 2019 playoffs. It's not about the Shark Tanks, however, but it's about Logan Couture, who plays for the San Jose Sharks.
And if you didn't know that,
then you're living under a rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're living under a dumb rock.
The rules of this fun fact took place after the first round when San Jose beat Vegas in 7 this year. And this fun fact says, Logan Couture is 6th place in playoff points since 2010 with 93.
Really?
Yeah, okay, if you take 2019 minus 2010, that's 9. 93 divided by 9 is what? 10.1 something?
Alright, so hold on, we have
93 divided by 9.
Divided by 9, that is a whole sum of 10.3.
He averages 10.3 points in the playoffs ever since 2010.
Oh, I do that every week, and it's something special.
I don't think so.
Oh, what do you mean you don't think so? You get on out of here.
Ovi is 5th with 96. Johnny Taze is 4th with 97. Evgeny Malkin is 3rd with 106. Patty Kane is 2nd with 109. And Sindith Crybaby is 1st with 123.
Oh, could that would have been 122 pizza.
Oh gosh, I would have loved that.
He still would have had negative 6,666 dingers.
Pretty much.
Alright, since the camera's on you, lead us into the hockey segment.
Alright, let me see here. Now, you gotta play the wonderful music as we will go into the hooking segment.
Alright, start off with scores on Wednesday, May 1st.
The New York Fishermen and the Carolina Hurricanes played at PNC Arena for Game 3. The Hurricanes got 5, and the Fishermen got 2, as Carolina took a 3-0 series lead. And then also on that day, we had the Dallas Lone Stars and St. Louis Blues at American Airlines Center for Game 4. The Stars got 4, and the Blues got 2. It was courtesy of Ben Bishop and John Klingberg, your very own, for Dallas to take a 2-2 game series tie.
Let's see. I don't see any shorties in there.
Nope.
Nope. Just a power play goal or two. All right. Thursday, May 2nd. The Boston Bruins beat the Blue Jackets 4-1, excuse me. And the Colorado Avalanche hosted the San Jose Sharks and beat them, shutting them out 3-0, which in the playoffs, that is deserving of a
double paddling.
Oh, yeah, it's good stuff. All right, Friday, May 3rd, go ahead.
The Fishermen and the Hurricanes were in PNC Arena for Game 4. The Hurricanes got 5, and the Fishermen got 2. That means Carolina completed the sweep against the Fishermen.
If you're counting there.
5 free dingers, even though I wanted the Fishermen to win?
Yeah, but still, I was just going for the sweep.
Oh.
You got free dingers for a sweep.
Great. I think that's 5. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I think that's 5 paddlings in my opinion. However.
Oh, okay. That works too.
In this game, in the first period, Sebastian Aho scored at 4:44 on a power play with his 4th goal of the playoffs. And that's half of 2,222.
I don't know where you got that math from.
Oh, well, I just combined all of the 4s together, so there was 4 4s, and so that means I just took half of that and got 4 2s.
A lot of 4s, and now you confused me.
I know.
All right, don't do that again.
All right,
you get another free dinger for Teuvo Teravainen in the second period.
All right, that works.
Because he scored at 2 minutes and 11 seconds. That's a 2. 11 times 2 is 22.
All right.
God.
Pretty
damn
good.
This game. All right, moving on to the next game.
Lastly, we had Game 5 between the Lone Stars and the Blues in Enterprise Center as the Stars won 2-1 to take a 3-2 lead, courtesy of Esa Lindell to get the game-winning goal. That was a pretty good defensive battle right there, too. I'm telling you, man. All right, Saturday, go ahead. I watched this game right here.
The horror. The Bruins beat the Blue Jackets 4-3, and the San Jose Sharks hosted the Colorado Avalanche and won at home ice 2-1 at SAP.
Not Sap Center.
Sunday, May 5th. Only one game. You can do that. Go ahead.
The St. Louis Blues and the Dallas Lone Stars were at American Airlines Center. Dallas looking to close out the series in Game 6.
And all I've got to say is this.
Nope.
So.
Exactly. As the Blues got 4. And the Stars got 1, only from Tyler Seguin. They completely blew it in the third period. In the third period, once Jaden Schwartz scored at 7:37, what is that? 33 seconds later, Sammy Blaise scores his first of the playoffs at 8:10. To give the Blues a 4-1 lead, and they close out the game from there, and to force a Game 7 on Tuesday.
Yeah, and Jaden Schwartz?
Yeah.
Jaden Schwartz's goal was not an Airbus.
I didn't see his goal, so I'm not sure about that one. I didn't see the highlights of that game. I just got the notification on my NHL app on my phone.
That went way over your head. It went over you, under you, and around you.
Mm-hmm.
I said his goal was definitely not an Airbus. Because he scored at... Do you get it?
No?
He scored at 7:37 into the third period. 737 is a plane made by Boeing. I said his goal is definitely not an Airbus.
Oh,
Airbus is the other major aircraft manufacturer. So I said that's why his goal is not an Airbus. Wow. Jeepers.
I can count the number of times I've heard of the 737 plane on one hand, so
that's
like
sad.
once or twice.
That's sad. You need to get in the news. 737 MAX is a huge deal right now. All right, Tuesday, May 7th, there's only one game between the Stars and Blues for Game 7, and
tonight is Bruins and Blue Jackets Game 6 and Sharks and Colorado Game 6.
Yep, that game's the Stars and Blues Game 7 is at 8 p.m. at NBCSN. Wednesday is the Blue Jackets, Bruins, and Avalanche Sharks if needed for Game 7. And they do not have third round games, which is fine. They'll probably start scheduling those by the time we record in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my scores. I believe it's time for your scores. Go ahead.
All right, my scores. In the Eastern Conference of the AHL, we have the Charlotte Checkers against the Hershey Bears, and the Toronto Marlies and the Cleveland Monsters. The President's Trophy winning Charlotte Checkers against the Hershey Bears, I'll announce first. Let me see here. On Friday, okay, here, after, in Game 2 is one of your paddlings. Here we go. On Friday, May 3rd, in Charlotte at Bojangles Coliseum, the Checkers got 4, and the Hershey Bears got 1. Charlotte took a 1-0 game lead, and boy did they ever make a statement on Game 2. It was Saturday, back-to-back games at Bojangles Coliseum. Get the paddling button ready, as the Hershey Bears got 3.
Oh, jumped the gun.
And the Charlotte Checkers got 7. 7-3. No goaltending involved whatsoever, as I like to say. Pretty much. And next in the Eastern Conference, we have the defending AHL Calder Cup champions, the Toronto Marlies, going up against the Cleveland Monsters, who upset the Syracuse Crunch in 4. Game 1 was Wednesday, May 1st, in Toronto. Toronto got 5, and Cleveland got 2 to take a 1-0 lead. Friday was Game 2 in Toronto. Toronto got 4 in overtime, and Cleveland got 3. Sunday, May 5th was Game 3 in Cleveland at Quicken Loans Arena. Toronto got 2, and Cleveland got nothing. That is insanely good performance by Toronto. They have a 3-0 series lead right now over Cleveland.
Yeah.
Sucks, don't it?
Yeah.
Alright. In the Western Conference, we have the Chicago Wolves and the Iowa Wild. Game 1 was on Wednesday, May 1st in Chicago at Allstate Arena. Chicago got 3 in overtime, and the Wild got 2. Them sons of beaches.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, May 2nd was Game 2 in Chicago at Allstate Arena. Chicago got 4, and Iowa got 3 to have Chicago take a 2-0 series lead. And on Sunday, May 5th, was Game 3 in Iowa at Wells Fargo Arena. Iowa got 2, and the Wolves got nothing, which means Iowa clawed back to within 1. I'm telling you, man, these playoffs are getting dicey. I see what I did there now. Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
That's pretty good.
It is. Alright, and lastly, in the Western Conference, we have the Bakersfield Condors and the San Diego Gulls. Oh my gosh. Okay, get this. You're gonna love this. Okay. This is how you start a playoff series. Friday, May 3rd was Game 1 between Bakersfield and San Diego.
Yeah.
San Diego got 3, and Bakersfield got 2 to pull off an upset. That game went into quadruple overtime.
All right, hold on. Look at this. All right, you see me right here? Where is it at?
Okay.
Cross off that bullet point on the news.
Oh, wow.
Thanks for stealing my thunder.
Sorry, I just am announcing the scores like I do with all of my leagues.
Yeah, I know, asswipe.
Sorry.
I was just giving you. All right, settle down.
All right. And then on Saturday, May 4th was game 2 in Bakersfield. I forgot what they're... I should know that. Bakersfield got 1 and San Diego got 4 to pull off another upset as they have a 2-0 series lead. Go San Diego. Pulling off an upset against the Bakersfield Condors right now. That is pretty good stuff. Alright. That is all I have for the AHL. It is time to move on to the ECHL here. In the Eastern Conference, in the North Division, the Newfoundland Growlers have a 3-2 series lead over the Manchester Monarchs. I will get to your South Division here in a second. Moving to the Mountain Division in the Western Conference. May 5th at Bach Center in Tulsa was Game 7 between the Oilers and the Idaho Steelheads. The Oilers got 3, and the Idaho Steelheads got 1. The Tulsa Oilers moved on to the third round of the playoffs and beat Idaho to win the Mountain Division title. Yeah, well, playoffs-wise, not points-wise, but that one went into 7, I think. Let me see here. I'm pretty sure it went into 7. 4, 5. Oh, no, it was 5. My bad. No worries. Alright, well, how about these apples? Speaking of 5 games in our very own Central Division, the Toledo Walleye were going up against the Cincinnati Cyclones. Let me see here. Okay, here, get your paddling button ready. On May 1st was... Wait a minute. Yep, Game 4 between the Walleye and the Cyclones in Huntington Center. The Cyclones got 1, and the Toledo Walleye got 5. You better believe that's a paddling.
Yeah.
And here, just to put another dagger into their heart and pull off the absolute upset, on May 3rd, they beat them 3-2 to advance to the Western Conference Finals against the Tulsa Oilers. How fantastic is that, huh? Thank God for that. And then lastly, we have in the South Division, the Florida Everblades and your very own Orlando Solar Bears. Orlando won Game 1, 2-1 in overtime. Florida won Game 2, 3-2 in overtime. Florida won Game 3, 3-2 in overtime. Game 4 was May 2nd in Orlando at Amway Center. Get the paddling button ready. The Florida Everblades got 4, and your Solar Bears got 0.
Oh,
that is terrible. That meant the Florida Everblades took a 3-1 series lead over your Orlando Solar Bears, and on May 3rd, back-to-back games in Orlando, the Florida Everblades got 2 in double overtime, and your Orlando Solar Bears got 1.
oh,
Your Orlando Solar Bears got beat in 5 games by the Eastern Conference champions, and you guys are out of the playoffs.
oh.
Don't you hate that?
The horror.
So, in this year's 2019 Kelly Cup playoffs, the Toledo Walleye will play the Tulsa Oilers, and the Florida Everblades will play either Newfoundland or Manchester. That is insane. Oh, let me see here. What's today? Game 6 is tonight at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. The game starts in an hour. It's in Newfoundland. Nice. Alright. Here. That's all I got for the ECHL. It is now time for the WHL. In the WHL, the Prince Albert Raiders are going up against the Vancouver Giants. The Prince Albert Raiders are the President's Trophy winners this year. Game 1 was on Friday, May 3rd in Prince Albert. The Giants got 5, and the Raiders got 4. The Giants pulled off an upset in Game 1. However, on Saturday, May 4th, the Prince Albert Raiders made an insane comeback in statement as, get the paddling button ready, the Raiders got 4, and the Giants got nothing. You better believe that is a triple paddling.
Mm-hmm.
That series is tied at 1 for the championship. Tuesday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern in Vancouver is Game 3 and 4. That is all. Oh my gosh, holy cow. I can't wait to see the look on your face when you hear this. That is all I have for the WHL. And now for the OHL, the President's Trophy winning Ottawa 67s are going up against the Guelph Storm. In Game 1, the paddling's already commenced. On Thursday, May 2nd was Game 1. Oh, dude, you gotta really get the paddling button ready on this. This is insane. As, I kid you not, the Guelph Storm got 2, and the Ottawa 67s got 7.
Yeah.
2-7 was the score in Game 1.
Let's try that again.
That's better. That is insane. I kid you not. Guelph was really upset about that, and I would say they were also upset about Game 2, which took place in Ottawa on Saturday, May 4th, as the Guelph Storm got 3, and the 67s got 4, to take a 2-0 series lead. Today, at 7 p.m. Eastern, in Guelph, is Game 3 tonight. That is all I have for the OHL, and now I'm going to move on to the USHL. In the Western Conference Finals, the number 1 seeded and President's Trophy winning Tri-City Storm were going up against the Sioux Falls Stampede, and oh my gosh, this just warms my heart. On Game 1, Sioux Falls won 3-0. I believe I already said that on Wednesday's episode, in episode number 80. This is a best of 5 series. In Game 2, Sioux Falls beat Tri-City 4-1. The upset in 2 games. And in Game 3, Sioux Falls completed the upset as they have swept the President's Trophy winners. As in Game 3, Sioux Falls beat Tri-City 3-2, and Tri-City completed their impersonation of the Tampa Bay Lightning this year, even though it was in the 3rd round. So Sioux Falls has swept Tri-City and are heading to the finals in the USHL for the Clark Cup. And let me see here. Our very own Muskegon Lumberjacks and Chicago Steel played in the Eastern Conference Finals. I announced Game 1 and 2. Chicago won Game 1. Muskegon won Game 2. Game 3. I forgot when that was. Let me see here. Gotta find it. It's gotta be around here. There it is. Game 3 was Friday, May 3rd in Chicago. Chicago got 4, and Muskegon got 1. So Chicago took a 2-1 series lead. And Game 4 was also in Chicago, I believe. Game 4, Chicago got 3. Get this. It was an overtime, as the Lumberjacks got 2, and the Lumberjacks are out of the Clark Cup playoffs. That really sucked. I saw that on Facebook, and I was thinking, come on.
Yeah.
It is terrible. So, we have our 4th finals of the year, and the 4th one going to the USHL between the Chicago Steel and the Sioux Falls Stampede. Man, I really hope the Sioux Falls Stampede win it this year. Because, man, they upset Tri-City. Man, I hope they beat Chicago because Chicago beat us. Man, I would love to see the Stampede just tromps all over them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That is that. The Slapshot League is done, and that is all I have to say for my hockey segment.
So, you know what that means then.
We will scroll into the news.
Oh, nice one there, Harold.
Love it.
Oh, it's terrible. All right, for NHL news. Not a very big news day, especially when you get down to this point of the season. It's time to get real big. Until you get to the free agency and Jesus.
And it just explodes.
That's where NHL Trade Tracker becomes your friend.
Yeah.
Or free agency tracker.
Yeah,
so,
that too.
Starting from May 1st, which will end up being a second because there was nothing on May 1st to report, Austin Matthews had surgery to remove medical hardware on the 2nd. It will not affect his off-ice training.
Okay.
We have sad news here as his number just got retired by the Detroit Red Wings this year. Mr. Red Kelly passed away at the age of 91. Kelly McCrimmon is going to be the new general manager of the Golden Knights. George McPhee will remain as president of hockey operations for the Golden Knights. Mm-hmm. I believe last week or 2 weeks ago we announced that there was a trade. I think it was last week. There was a trade between Carolina and the Rangers.
Yep.
With Adam Fox. He is a defenseman out of Harvard. He has agreed to an entry-level deal with the Rangers. He had 9 goals, 39 assists for 48 points for Harvard in 33 games.
Dish master.
He's a defenseman.
And he's putting up them numbers.
Yeah.
I think he's doing great.
San Diego won a game versus Vegas. Oh, wait, never mind. Somebody stole my thunder.
Oh, sorry about that.
Jeez. Just like how Columbus stole Tampa's thunder.
Shut up. Shut up.
Remember, you can't have thunder without lightning.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Columbus really brought the boom.
Alright, I've had enough.
Defenseman Trevor Van Riemsdyk will be out the rest of the playoffs for the Carolina Hurricanes after he had shoulder surgery. The Philly Flyers add former Montreal head coach
Claude Julien, am I right?
No. Michael Theron.
Never heard of him.
Oh. And former Wild head coach.
Former Iowa Wild?
Wild. Minnesota Wild.
Oh, I forgot his name.
Mike Yeo.
Never heard of him either.
Oh, jeez. And I'm the one who doesn't keep up on the NHL?
Uh-huh.
They added those two as assistants to Allan Vigneault.
Oh, I've heard of him, yeah.
Well, Robin Leonard is not ready to discuss his future with the Islanders or any other team. Did he get traded there or did he sign?
Robin Leonard? Oh, yeah. He signed.
He signed? Okay,
yeah, I think so.
He probably must have only signed a 1 year then.
Yeah, it must have been, yeah.
And Henrik Lundqvist is going to play for Team Sweden in the Worlds, and he's not sure if he'll play his entire career, i.e. the rest of his career, with the New York Rangers. Which I understand, because he is... How old is Henrik Lundqvist? Time to play the Guess That Age game.
Guess That Age. I gotta get... Okay, Okay, first of all, let me say... I gotta say that I think, and I'm pretty sure... Henrik Lundqvist is near Pekka Rinne in age. I know that. So, Pekka Rinne is 36 or 37. He's somewhere around there. And I'm pretty sure Henrik Lundqvist isn't too far behind. So, for Henrik Lundqvist, I'm gonna go with 35. Mother F. I swear if it's 36.
Hold on. Let me look up Pekka let's spell Pekka right.
Okay. I think Pekka Rinne is like 37.
Pekka Rinne is 36.
Mother truck.
Henrik Lundqvist is 37.
Son of Beach.
He just had a birthday on March 2nd.
Oh, kill me now.
Okay. Alright, got that taken care of.
Alright. Be out with a 22.
Yeah, what? That sounded more like a 12 gauge to me, buddy.
Alright.
Alright, unless you have anything else to add.
I got nothing.
Okay, time for my favorite on this day in NHL history.
Alright.
Love it. In 1976, starting pretty late on May 6th, Reggie Leach ties a single-game playoff record by scoring 5 goals.
Hot dang.
You bitch. That's better. And the Philadelphia Flyers 6-3 series clinching victory against the Boston Bruins. That's a free dinger, ladies and germs.
All right. It's not bad.
It's not bad at all. At the Spectrum in Game 5 of the semifinals. In 1976, Ken Dryden makes 19 saves to the Montreal Canadiens at a 4-0.
That's a lot of paddling.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. Oh, I love those memes. Oh, I can't wait for meme days.
I know.
For the Montreal Canadiens, like I said, 4-0 victory against the Chicago Deadhawks in Game 5. Speaking of Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals at Chicago Stadium, it is the first of Dryden's 10 career playoff shutouts and gives the Canadiens a 3-1 lead in the best-of-7 series. In 1976, the Canadiens start a streak of 11 consecutive playoff victories by defeating the New York Islanders 5-2 at the Forum in Game 5 of their semifinal series. Montreal sweeps Philly in the 76 Cup Final and doesn't lose another game until April 28th, 1977, when the Islanders win 5-3 at Nassau Coliseum. The irony. 1982, the Vancouver Canucks advanced to the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time by defeating the Chicago Blackhawks 6-2. A triple paddling, and guess what game?
7.
Game 5.
Wow.
Everything has happened in Game 5 so far. Yeah. Reggie Leach had 5 goals in Game 5. Ken Dryden had a shutout in Game 5. The Canadiens started their streak in Game 5, and the Vancouver Canucks beat the Blackhawks in Game 5.
Well, that seems legit.
All right, 1988. Goddamn, Ray Bork screwing it up.
Yeah.
Ties the playoff record with 3 second-period assists for the Boston Bruins and a 6-1.
That's
I think that was 5 or 6. That ultimate paddling against the New Jersey Devils in Game 3. You bitch. 1994, Olaf Dahlin scores 3 goals for his first... Ooh, that's a free dinger. Even if it's back in the Stone Age, that's still a hat trick. For his first playoff hat trick in the history of the San Jose Sharks, and a 5-2 victory against the Toronto Maple Leafs in Game 3. Ooh, now we're starting another one.
Nice.
1995, Joe Sakic completes a hat trick. Oop, there's another free dinger.
Nice.
Raking them in, ball boys. By scoring at 19-20. Damn it. 2.
All right.
And of the third period to give the Quebec Nordiques a 5-4 win against the New York Rangers in Game 1. Oh, screw Game 3. Back to Game 1. Well, it must be the odds day.
Yeah.
Of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. In 2010, Johan Franzen of the Detroit Red Wings scores the fastest 3 goals. That's a double dinger.
That's
because
awesome.
It's
yours truly.
And the Red Wings. What? Hey. From the start of a game in the playoff history with a 7-1 win.
That is an unlimited amounts of paddling.
There we go.
That's about right.
In Game 4, all right, never mind the odd stuff. That's out.
Yep. Well,
Throwing it out the window like my dreams.
Oh, shut up.
The Western Conference semifinals at Joe Louis Arena. He completes the natural hat trick in a span of 3 minutes, 26 seconds.
Oh, if he could have done it in 4 seconds less.
Shut up. By scoring 11-16 into the game.
Or 7 seconds later.
Only Mario Lemieux of the Pittsburgh Penguins, 3 goals in the first 6:55, has a faster playoff hat trick. Franzen has 2 assists before scoring a third period power play goal to complete a 4-goal 6-point night. And boy, did he go off the deep end fast.
Yeah.
In 2010, Martin Brodeur.
Well, I'll be danged.
Celebrates his 40th birthday. That's the ageless wonder.
Yeah, really.
By making 20 saves to help the Devils to a 4-2 win against the Flyers in Game 4. All right, now we're starting to Game 4 crap.
All right, here we go.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
He becomes the oldest goaltender to start a playoff game in Stanley Cup playoff game on his Cup playoff Stanley game on his birthday, surpassing Tony Esposito.
That SOB.
That son of a bitch. Who shuts out the St. Louis Blues 2-0 on April 23rd, 1982 on his 39th birthday. Brodeur also becomes the first goaltender to play in a Stanley Cup playoff game as a teenager and a 40-year-old ageless wonder. All right, we got 2 more here. Tyler Johnson in 2015 scores with 1.1 seconds remaining in the third period to give the Tampa Bay Lightning a 2-1 win against the Canadiens at the Bell Center in Game 3. Damn it. Bastards. Of the Eastern Conference second round. His buzzer beater gives the Lightning a 3-0 series lead in the Tampa Bay's 8th consecutive win against Montreal during the 14-15 season. And in 2018, the Vegas Golden Knights become the third team in NHL history to win multiple playoff series in its inaugural season by defeating the San Jose Sharks 3-0, which is a double paddling at SAP.
Not Sap Center.
It is not Maple.
Oh, shut up, because the Leafs didn't have anything to do with it. That's why.
Oh, nice one there, Harold. I like that one. That was a good one. In Game 6 of the Western Conference second round, the Golden Knights joined the 1918 Toronto Arenas. What if they played outside?
That I guess they're the Toronto
Sewage.
Yeah, Toronto Pond players.
The Toronto Pond Jockeys.
Yeah.
And the 1968 St. Louis Blues as first-year teams to win multiple postseason series. Marc-Andre,
the McFlurry machine,
makes 28 saves for his 14th playoff shutout, moving him into a tie for 6th on the all-time NHL list. You guys were busy on Saturday. At like 1:30, 2 o'clock.
At work?
Yeah.
On Saturday?
Yeah. I would have went through the drive-thru, but it was lined up, so I went inside, and then you were there working the window. And then you were doing stuff, so I was going to yell at you, like, hey, get back to work.
Oh, shoulda.
But I was sitting there, and I didn't want to look like an ass.
Oh.
So, like, and you were doing, like, the whole ice cream thing, and you were talking to somebody. I was like, yeah, no, better not bother him.
Oh, that's...
But then I saw that,
yeah.
I was like, of course, the one damn day I don't go through the frickin' drive-thru.
Oh, yeah.
Those sons of bitches.
Oh, so get this. Typical Mickey D's.
Mickey Danks.
Not only was our ice cream machine broken, but we also ran out of slushy mix to make the slushies that day until we got truck for all the stock to refill the store. No, that was Sunday. So and then you came Saturday, right? Okay. I remember our ice cream machine was broken Saturday, and on Sunday our ice cream machine was also broken. And Sunday we ran out of slushy base mix stuff to put down on the bottom that goes up into the blender in order to make the slushies and stuff like that until we got the truck to refill everything on Monday. So, typical McDonald's, just almost everything's broken,
Thanks for throwing that name out.
I know, yeah. What do you expect, huh?
No, I was expecting you not to say their name.
Oh,
you could have stuck with the Mickey D's or Mick
too.
Danks. But now that you just said, Mick Olds, that's kind of screwed us now.
Great.
Thanks.
We're alright.
Alright, I think that sounds like a pretty nutty weekend, but I think
I can top it.
I think I can top that. Alright, I believe 3 weeks ago, there is a track in Marne, Michigan, who had their season opener on the Saturday before Easter, so 3 weeks ago. Because last week they got rained out. It was rained and cold.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cold. And it was rain. So, the first day, they decided to start the races at 5:30. Considered rather than 6:30. They ended up starting the races at the quarter after 6, so that was pointless. And the reason is there was somebody dumb blowed up in practice, so they had to lay down a bunch of speedy dry for that. And also they forgot to pass the memo on to the Bambulance that they were starting an hour early compared not to 3 o'clock.
Oh, that's right.
You would think that going into the next race weekend, you would kind of figure that one out. Nope, we had to wait an extra 20 minutes after 3 o'clock, the normal start time, because the Bambulance was not there. And of course, one of the drivers who I was helping out down there, he's like, there's 2 reasons why this happens. 1, they forgot to call, or 2, there was a payment issue. That tends to slow down the process of delivery.
Nice.
So, and it's just like 2 weeks in a row. Like, you can't figure this out. Yeah, come on. It's like, oh my god. Seriously.
Somebody called
the best part is, they called and told us that at 2. At 2 o'clock.
Jeepers.
So that means there was something going on between 2 and 3 that we could not get a ambulance. I need an ambulance. They could not get it. till 3:20. It was like, are you serious right now? Like, oh my God. And then they were like, yep, we're starting late today. I'm like, hell we are. We're starting on time. At the rate we're going.
Yeah.
The races used to start at 7. We're making damn good progress of that.
They is, yeah.
Jesus. Oh my God.
You gotta love story time.
Oh, it's great. All right, unless you have anything else to add.
I do have something else to add.
Oh, more story time?
No, not more story time. However, you can take away a dinger if you want, because I did have something to add right when you got done with news, even though I said I didn't. Right when you got done with news and right when you moved on to On This Day, I remembered what I had to say. So, typical me. And what I had to say was something that you missed on the news, or, then maybe you didn't find it or not, or something like that. Ken Holland signed and became the general manager of the Edmonton Oilers.
Just now?
No? I saw it yesterday.
Well, he didn't sign. He agreed.
Agreed. I saw it yesterday morning on the Red Wings Facebook page, not NHL. I wasn't looking at that.
Yeah, obviously that hasn't been announced yet because it's not on the NHL website yet.
Yeah, I found it out.
I meant to write that down
article.
and I forgot. So that's a wash on the dingers.
All right. I'm
they're
set.
All right, they're drippy.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
I made the joke when I saw that because I saw that yesterday morning too. I'm like, he must have, having Stevie Y as the general manager must have rubbed him the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because now he's going to Edmonton. I said that to my dad and he's like, good. He's like, good. Get that mother out of there. He's like, and I was like, yeah. He's like, don't let the door smack your ass on the way out.
That'll teach him.
And I was like, you definitely won't see any Red Wings fan shed a tear over that one.
Pretty much.
He was a good general manager back in the day.
Yeah, he used to.
He was a general manager when there was no salary cap, so you didn't have to worry about paying too much for players. Then the salary cap came in, and he didn't quite adjust to it. He was paying people a little bit too much. Mm-hmm. And in some cases, way the too much.
Yeah.
Who's the number 8 assistant captain? Oh, yeah, we don't want to
talk about yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, that guy?
That
how about
guy.
the number 52 defenseman? How about the number 43 fourth liner? Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah.
Anyways, time to go on to trivia. I will go first.
All right.
In a wide world of and trivia, are you ready?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
All right, I forgot where it was now. Damn it, where'd it go? Oh, yeah, there it is. What is the most saves by a goaltender in a single playoff run? I'm sorry. Who holds the record for the most saves by a goaltender in a single playoff run?
Oh.
And if you can get how many saves that is, I will give you how many dingers you at. I'll give you up to 34 total dingers. So you'll be at 34 dingers. Well, you were at 35 and you screwed the pooch once, didn't you?
I know all about doing that. Yeah, that's pretty nutty.
He was born April 15th. Damn.
Son of Beach.
1974 at age 45. He's 5'11", 201 pounds. Goaltender, catches with the left, a normal SOB. He was drafted 217th overall. Draft steal.
Pretty much.
And the 94 Quebec Nordiques.
Oh, wow, okay.
He is a American-born guy from Flint, Michigan.
Home of the Firebirds.
Home of the Birds. He attended the University of Vermont for 4 years, which he was drafted 217th overall by the Quebec Nordiques. He played for several years in the minor leagues in Europe before making his NHL debut at age 28 with the Boston Beaches.
Oh, wow, that puts a hole in my thought.
He was a member of Team USA in the 2010 Winter Olympics. Doesn't surprise you, to be honest. He became the oldest player in NHL history to win the Conn Smythe Trophy at age 37.
Wow.
He is second of 4 American-born players to win the Conn Smythe in NHL history. Brian Lech and before Jonathan Quick and Patrick Kane. Eddie Kane.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see his playing career. He never was on the ice for the Quebec Nordiques or the Colorado Avalanche organization. He has only played for the Bruins. He was part of the Bruins organization from 2002 to 2012. He played for the Panthers from 13 to 14. Then he got traded to Dallas and played 8 games there. He's played a total of 26 NHL games, 214 wins, 145 losses.
Oh my.
Like I said, draft steal. He has
Yeah.
54 ties or OTLs. He's played a total of 24,446 minutes. He has 31 shutouts. His all-time goals against average is 2.52. And his all-time save percentage is .92.
Hot dang.
Yeah. His best save percentage in one season for the NHL was the 2010-11 season when he had a .938. And that was also the year of his best goals against average of goals against average of 2. 2! I'll give you an extra 30 seconds because I ran long. He is... Hold on, let me stop the timer because I got to find a good hint here. I don't want to give you his initials because it's super dead giveaway.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta have at least one guess.
He won silver in the 2010 Vancouver Olympics, and in World Championships he played in the 1996 Austria, where he finished bronze. He is currently doing nothing in the NHL, it looks like. He holds 2 records. Most saves by a goaltender in the playoff run, and most saves by a goaltender in the Stanley Cup Final Series.
Oh my.
He
What?
runs several ice hockey camps in the Northeast United States during the NHL offseason for both goaltenders and skaters.
What year did he do those records?
Alright, if I give you that hint, you have 6 seconds.
Oh my.
You have 5 seconds, actually.
Oh, great.
So, he did this in the 2011 playoffs.
Is it Tim Thomas?
Yes,
Well,
it is.
I'll be a monkey's uncle. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
No way.
He holds the record for the most saves in a single playoff season at 798,
Just a few.
where he played in... Oh, does it give me his playoff career?
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes, it does. It's on a different tab. That year, he played in 25 games. So, Boston went to game 7 and at least one of the series. I mean, they were only 3 games short of playing game 7 in all 3 series.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Something
he
like
did.
that.
Yeah. He had 16 wins, 9 losses. He made a total, or he had a save percentage that year in the playoffs of .94 and a goals against average of 1.98.
Holy crap.
He played a total of 1,542 minutes. It doesn't tell me how many saves he had. He only let in 51 goals and he had 4 shutouts in that playoff season.
Just a few.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right, my trivia question is, who in the history of the NHL holds the record for most time on ice per game averaged by a defenseman during the playoffs?
So, most time on ice by a defenseman.
Averaged in one playoff season.
Ray Bork.
Is it in one playoff season? I gotta look it up.
Well, if it's not, then I'm going to change my answer probably.
It is in one playoff season.
All right, Ray Bork.
All right, that is the incorrect answer as the timer starts.
All right, that was a good guess, though.
It was.
Anything that has to do with defensemen in, like, 90s and early 2000s, just Ray Bork's a good guess.
Yeah.
Okay, give me some hints now.
Born October 10.
What year did you do this?
It doesn't say.
Well, SOBs.
Born October 10, 1974. Age 44. Born in Dryden, Ontario, Canada. 6'6", 220
MF.
pounds.
Tall MF.
Left-handed shot. He was drafted 2nd overall in the 1993 draft by the Hartford Whalers. Not a draft steal, but not a bust for 2nd overall. He was dang good.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see here. In the OHL for the 91-92 season and 92-93 season, played with the Peterborough Petes. From the 93-94 season and the 94-95 season, played with the Hartford Whalers in the NHL. Then from the 95-96 season all the way to the 2003-2004 season, played with the St. Louis Blues. From the 2005-2006 season, played with the Edmonton Oil Burners. From the 2006-2007 season all the way to the 2008-2009 season, played with the mighty Whackers of Anaheim. And in the 2006-07 season, won his first cup with the Ducks that year. And in the 2009-2010 season, all the way to the 2011-2012 season, he played with and retired with the Philly Cheese Steaks.
What year was that? 2000.
2012.
Okay.
Let me see.
Who is he most well known playing for?
In my opinion, and I would assume so for everybody else's opinions, the St. Louis Blues, because I see this guy a lot in a St. Louis Blues jersey, along with the Anaheim Ducks jersey, because I'm a fan of those guys too, along with the cheesesteaks. I never knew he played for Edmonton one season. He played for St. Louis from 95-96 all the way to 03-04. Edmonton was 05-06. Anaheim was 06-07 to 08-09. Philly was 2009-2010 all the way to 11-12 where he retired there. I'm not sure what year he did this. With 20 seconds left, his initials is CP.
CP?
Yeah.
What nationality is it again?
Canadian.
Canadian. What part of Canada? Like French, like Quebec, Montreal, like that French? Or
Dryden, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah. It's not really the French part of Canada.
No. No, he was... This guy was very physical back in the day. Got quite a few...
Probert.
That's it. Got quite a few suspensions, took quite a few penalties, but he was dang good for a defenseman.
I don't know.
The timer ran out. My very last hint I can give you is he went into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2015, and he is in the top 100 NHL greatest players of all time. Drawing a blank. This guy's name is Chris Pronger.
That's Chris Pronger.
He holds the record.
I would associate him more with playing Philly, yeah. Over St. Louis.
Really?
At least that's me personally.
Yeah, because that was the last team he played for.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has the record for most time on ice per game by a defenseman in one playoff season. I'm not sure when he set that record. And his average time on ice in a playoff season 1 year, he held the record for the highest was 35 minutes and 52 seconds.
Just a few.
Yeah, almost 36 minutes a game he averaged during the playoffs 1 year. Here, let me see if I can find that. 35, 5-2. Oh, nope, it's not even on here.
While you look that up, the race results have came in for Dover.
No way.
You're going to have to run filler as I try and do the points here for fantasy.
Oh,
all right.
All right.
So, they actually got the race in 3 hours, 8 minutes, and 37 seconds. Jeez. Yesterday, they blocked 4 hours for that race on TV. I was like, holy hell. All right, let's see here. I got 0. Well, that's end of race, isn't it? Yeah. Change that to a foov. 7, 8. 7 is that. We go to Andrew, who had him. You got 0. So you're still at 25. Hey, you get to pick first again. 4th week in a row. Then Mitt.
Did you also get 0?
No, I got 1157 because I won the poll and then I was in the top 10 stages. We have Mitt, who had Kevin Happy Harvick, who was one spot out of getting an extra
5 points.
5 points for a top 3 finish. He's probably thinking, son of a beach.
So he got 0?
He's not, no, I don't know. He's probably thinking, that son of a bitch owes me 5 points.
Yeah.
No, he got 1102. For a total of...
He's at 37.
He's at 51.
Oh, my bad. I read that wrong.
Yeah, you read Richmond, not Talladega Derp. And then Richie Rich here, that son of a bitch. He got 0, 0, 10. For a total of 10. He's now at 42. He's Kyle Larson.
Nice.
So it's going to be the same order again. You, me, Richie Rich, and Mitt. For Candor. So with that, it is going to be time to move on to the good old NASCAR.
Car.
This week in the NASCAR. Listen here, MFs. So, like, if you were not paying attention there specifically, this week they were at Dover as I was filling out our fantasy since the race results came in. It was official. Marty McFly won the race. They did it in 3 hours, 8 minutes, and 37 seconds, as stated. Average speed was 127.242. The margin of victory was a zip code, which was 9.501 seconds. Your stage 1 top 10 was Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Kevin Harvick, William Byron, the Bowman the Showman, Ryan Blaney, Eric Jones, and Clip Boyer. Stage 2 top 10. Oh, son of a beach. I messed that up. Stage 2 top 10 was Marty McFly. So that means Rich got sitting at 45 points now. Whoops. Bowman the Showman, Kevin Happy Harvick, Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, the Shrub, Flip Boyer, and Eric Jones. Your finishing results were Marty McFly, Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, Eric Jones, Joey Logano, William Byron, Clint Boyer, Kyle Busch round out the top 10. 11 through 20 are Daniel Suarez, Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Blaney, Eric Almirola, Paul Menard, Ryan Blaney, Austin Dillon, Matt DiBenedetto. 20, that is your top 20. 21 through 30 was Dennis Hamlin, Ty Dillon, Chris Buescher, Michael McDowell, Daniel Hemrick, David Reagan, Bubba Wallace, Ryan Preece, Corey LaJoie, and Ross Chastain. 31 through 37 was Landon Castle and the 00 Buckshot Jonesmobile. Matt Tifft, Recky Stenhouse, Cody Ware, Reed Sorensen, Quinn Huff, and BJ McLeod. This was Barty Truex's 21st win in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. The following vehicles dropped to the rear fuel under penalty for the reasons the numbers 15 and 27 were for engine changes. The number 18, the 15 of Ross Chastain, the 27 of who drives the 27? Reed Sorensen. And then Martin Truex, the 36 of Tifft. I should really know who these are. Yes, Matt Tifft. 47 of Ryan Preece, the 88 of Alex Bowman for multiple inspection failures. There were 6 cautions for 31 laps. There was a competition caution on lap 40. Then there was the incident with Recky Stenhouse, who blew a right front at lap 105 and slammed the wall. Then there was the the 77 had an issue short before the end of the stage, which was a 1-lap dash for cash. And then there was stage 1 conclusion, stage 2 conclusion, and then Dennis Hamlin had an issue with about 265 so laps in. There were 15 league changes among 11 drivers: Chase Elliott, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, William Byron, Michael McDowell, Alex Bowman, Martin Truex Jr., Jimmy Johnson, and Daniel Suarez. Busch pole went to Chase Elliott at 165.96 miles an hour, which is actually if I'm not mistaken, a new track record. So, the next race is May 11th, which is a night race, Mother's Day weekend on 29th at Kansas Speedway. Kyle Busch has tied a record with Morgan Shepherd with 11 straight top 10 finishes to open up the Cup Series season. NASCAR has partnered with the Action Network, which is the most trusted source for sports betting, insights, and analytics as part of the sport's continued push to educate and engage fans around legalized sports betting. Each week, NASCAR.com will feature editorial content analysis with the Action Network, including expert PJ Walsh's picks for the NASCAR's new props game, the NASCAR Props Challenge. The Action Network will also share recommended picks and best and value bets for race winners and head-to-head driver matchups via race day. Content published on NASCAR's digital platform. With the deal, NASCAR becomes the first sports league to partner with the Action Network around shared sports betting content. And Clint Prescott Smith Jr., 57 years old, of Mooresville, North Carolina, passed away on Wednesday at ATM Healthcare in Charlotte. He was born August 17th, 1961 in Neptune, New Jersey, to Patricia Anna Borowski Smith and the late Clinton Prescott Smith. Racing was Clint's passion. He started at a dirt track in New York as a crew chief for Bill Frisbee and later went on to career in NASCAR, where he served as the gas man for 20 years prior to retiring in 2018. He worked for NASCAR teams such as Russ Fenway, such drivers as Matt Kenseth, Tyler D. Stewart, Kyle Edwards, Bobby Labonte, and Grant Enfinger. He also worked at Excalibur Pit School for Chuck Efaw as a pit crew coach/instructor. A celebration of Clint's life will be held Tuesday, May 7th at 5 p.m. at the Excalibur Pit School, 115 Denver Business Park, Mooresville, North Carolina. Our service will also be held at a later date in Ithaca, New York. Full obituary and details at Kevin Hook Funeral Home. This coming week, like I said, we have Kansas. We do not have a preliminary race entry list, I should say. Other news be like the race was postponed today in case you weren't out from underneath your rock. Huh. And that's about it. Pretty much hit the head on everything. And obviously we said last week that NASCAR got 2,000 free dingers for returning to single car qualifying. Kyle Busch says the cars are dangerously fast at Dover.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they're about 10, 15 miles an hour faster on average because they have more corner speed due to more downforce.
Yep.
But that's just because in the spring race, he is the definition of sucking major ass, alright? His best finish was actually today, which was 10th in the spring race at Dover. His previous best finish at Dover in the spring was 16th.
Hot dang.
If I'm getting that right, let me go to good old racing reference. Actually, it'd be driver averages, but whatever. We'll go to Kyle Busch, the shrub. All right, let me see here. We want to go to results by track, which isn't results by track. SOBs. Get the data. That's what we want. We want Dover. Career statistics for Kyle Busch. Go back. He has 3 wins at Dover. All of those wins, he has 1 win. I'm sorry, I misspoke. This is the best finish he's had at Dover in the spring in a very long time. So, this is the best finish he's had at Dover in the spring since 2013 when he finished 4th. Yeah. In 2014 in the spring race, he finished 42nd, damn near dead nuts last. 2015, he finished 36th. In 2016, he finished 30th. 2017, he finished 16th. In 2018, he finished 35th. And this year, he finished 10th. He has 3 wins, I said. 2 of them were in the spring back in 2008 and 2010. And his other one came in 2017, which was a fall race. He does much better in the fall race. His fall race career at Dover has been going backwards from 2018. 8th, 1st, 2nd, 10th, 5th, 7th, 6th, 6th. And then you have the 31st, 43rd, 5th, and then you get into the early stage of his career. His spring race in reverse from 2019 was 10th, 35th, 16th, 30th, 36th, 42nd, 4th, 29th, 4th, 1st, 31st, 43rd. I'm sorry. I just skipped one. 10th, 35th, 16th, 30th, 36th, 42nd, 4th, 29th, 4th, 1st, 23rd, 1st, 17th. So he does much better in the fall at Dover. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
That's all I've got. It's time to go on to who had
that number.
Go ahead.
My who had that number is who had today's key number of the number 10.
Eric Almirola.
Number 10. No. Then it's not Pavel Bure either. All right.
Danica Patrick.
That's it. Who had the number 10 for the Florida Panthers in the 2006-2007 season?
Number 10 for the Florida Panthers.
06-07. This guy, born November 24, 1984. He is 34 years old. Born in Detroit, Michigan.
Does he currently play in the NHL?
No, he's retired.
What is his name? Is it, I can't remember his first name, but I know his last name is Kopecky.
Oh, your guess is Thomas Kopecky?
Yes.
That is the incorrect answer.
Good guess, though.
It is.
Where is Thomas Kopecky from? I thought he was from Michigan, or from Detroit. Thomas Kopecky. I wanted to say, for some reason, Travis, but I knew it wasn't Travis, so I just knew it said his last name. But never mind, he's from Slovakia. Never mind. I thought he was from Detroit.
Well, never mind on that. All right. Time resumes. Let me see here. Yep.
Well, it's because he played for Detroit. Okay.
Oh. 6 foot, 212 pounds. He played left wing and right wing, but he has a left-handed shot. He was drafted 53rd I believe he's still playing, but in the KHL. Okay. Drafted 53rd overall by the Florida Panthers in 2004. I think he's a free agent, even though he's playing in the KHL. From 2002, 2003, all the way to 2005, 2006, in the CCHA, played for our very own Michigan State University. I'm a fan of Michigan State, even though I'm wearing this. I root for both, trust me. And then in the 2006-2007 season, all the way to the 2011-2012 season, he played for the Florida Panthers. And during the middle of the 2011-12 season, he got traded to the Vancouver Fat Whales. Played with the Fat Whales from 11-12 all the way to the 2013-2014 season, where I know this guy, whenever I hear this guy's name, I picture him in a Vancouver Canucks jersey. In the 2014-15 season, played with the Toronto Maple Leafs. In the 15-16-17 season, played in the KHL, and 18-19 season, played in the KHL. In the 17-18 season, however, he played 28 games for the Detroit RedWings. He was number 10 for the Panthers, 7 for the Canucks, 20 for the Maple Leafs, and 17 for the RedWings. 28 games he played for RedWings in the 17-18 season.
Oh, jeez, I should know it now.
20 seconds on the clock. I reset the timer for you. 20 seconds starts. Now, his initials is DB.
17?
For the RedWings.
Last season.
Last season. DB initials. Played 28 games. Was a fourth liner.
Yeah, obviously, I would have known.
Yo.
Hold on. You said he shoots?
Left-handed shot.
Okay. DB. For some reason, I keep thinking of Damian Brunner, but he wore number 24. Derek Brassard. No.
That's it. No.
Oh my God. Who did we get him in a trade from? Because obviously we got him in a trade.
We actually signed him as a free agent, I believe.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah,
I thought we got him in a trade.
Because he played for Toronto from 14-15, even though he played from Vancouver from 11-12 to 13-14, but Toronto was 14-15. and he played in the KHL after he got done with that one season in Toronto, and he played for the KHL. So I almost guarantee we got him as a free agent, and he's still a free agent now, because last year he played 18 games in the KHL.
Okay, I know I'm way over time, but this is really annoying me. Okay, so hold on. He played 28 games last season.
For the Dreadwings. 4 goals, 1 assist, 5 points, 10 penalty minutes.
Initial was DB. You said he
DB.
had 4 goals?
That's it. In
With the Red
28
Wings?
games.
Or wow.
1 assist for 5 points.
I'm trying to think. Okay, so hold on. Let me go through the... Did he play for Grand Rapids at all?
No.
Only with Detroit?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was thinking of maybe we sent him to Grand Rapids and we just pulled him up for 28 games. Okay, so hold on, you got the first line. I don't care. Your first line always mumbles jumbles.
Yeah.
You have Glendening, Aaron Helb, and whoever they throw back there. DB. I'm gonna hate myself. What is it?
This might just be another Jason Arnott. I kid you not.
It might be worse than Jason Arnott.
It might
He
be
played
worse
for the
than
Red Wings
Jason
last year, for crying out loud, and I don't even know who the hell it is.
28 games. He was on the 4th line.
You got another big hint. Because I don't want to go down knowing that you told me. I want to at least go down that I was after the buzzer, but I at least thought of it.
Let's...
From Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, I know him best of playing for the Vancouver Canucks. He was 17 for the Red Wings, yeah, 20 for the Maple Leafs. He was 7 for the Vancouver Canucks, yeah, and 10 for the Panthers. Let me see. His dad's name is Mike. He has 2 brothers and 1 sister named Rachel. I'm not sure if that helps, because I
Just
never
tell
knew
me.
that.
I can't run the time forever. What is it?
This guy's name, who played for the Red Wings last year, mostly in the 4th line, this guy's name is, with the initials DB, David Booth.
Son of bitch.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
David Booth.
Oh my god.
Used to play with, the Sedin sisters. He was on the 2nd line for Vancouver when he played with the Sedin sisters back in the day. I'm pretty sure he was on the 2nd line. Yeah, and that, ladies and gentlemen, right there is another Jason Arnott. Damn, you know,
I'm gonna skip you on hints on this one then.
he's had enough of this game already. You
Yeah.
can see it in the look in his eye.
Jeez, you passed the BS look on to me.
Yeah,
That's garbage.
yeah. Well, what is the look in his eye? I think it looks something like this.
Yeah, it looks like your dad. Just no, it looks like this.
Or,
Yeah, Dylan's dad.
yeah,
More like your dad. Yeah.
I love it. And that is my Who Had That Number.
Okay.
Oh my.
Who had that number? Who had the number 44? Who drove the number 44 in the entirety of the 2001 season and the first 8 races of the 2002 season for the NASCAR?
Is it Terry Labonte? Are you kidding me?
Terry Labonte actually, or was it? Yeah, Terry Labonte drove that back in the 80s. 44.
Really?
He drove the 44 from 79 to 86.
Oh, dog no.
So just a few years too early.
Oops.
He was born July 23rd, 1970. He's currently 48 years old from Monticello, Georgia. He won the 1998 NASCAR Busch Series Most Popular Driver. He has ran 56 races over 7 years in the Cup Series. His best finish was 41st in 2001. His first race was the 1997 Napa 500 at Land Derp. His last race was the 2003 EA Sports 500 at Talladega Derp. He's That's obviously his best finish in points. Because he has 0 wins, 0 poles, 1 top 10. In the Xfinity Series, he has 147 races over 8 years. His best points finish was 7th in 97. His first race was the 1995 Sears Auto Center 250 at the Milwaukee Mile.
Nice.
His last race was 2004 Meyer 300 at Kentucky. His first win was the 1996 Sears Auto Center 250 at the Milwaukee Mile. And his last win was the 1998 GMRedWing Long Life Formula 200 at Loudon. He has 2 wins, 33 top 10s, and 3 poles. He attended his racing career began as a hobby during his studies at the University of Georgia, where he earned a business degree. He originally wanted to race motocross, but his dad suggested stock cars since they were safer. After his 6th race, he went out to dinner with his father, where he told him that he wanted to be a NASCAR champion. He and his father then developed a 6-year plan that would allow him to move up the ladder and begin to fulfill his dream. He sold his team and temporarily retired from racing. He last appeared in NASCAR sanctioned race 2040 when he ran 2 Busch Series race events. He currently works in land development and real estate in Gwinnett County, Georgia. He returned to auto racing in the Snowball Derby in 2006. In 2007, he returned to drive to number 00 Chevrolet for DMT Motorsports in the Southern Division of the USAR Hooters Pro Cup Series, but then retired at the end of the season. In 2015, he raced in the 3rd Division of the Whelen Modified Tour. You've got 20 seconds left. I've brought up his number multiple times when going through the entry list for NASCAR Cup races.
His number multiple times.
I've said his number multiple times before. In fact, I just said it. The number 00.
Is it David Rudiman?
It is the 00. Oh, actually. You got a zeros. You got a time. You got a zeros too. The correct answer is the 00 of Buckshot Jones.
That was my next guess.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I always say the 00 Buckshot Jones driven by Landon Castle.
Yeah.
That's who currently drives the 00.
Dog nab.
The 00 Buckshot Jones. God, that's the greatest name ever. He earned the nickname Buckshot from his grandfather after he ran into a table and showed no signs of pain or agony. So they called him Buckshot Jones.
Nice.
Roy Buckshot Jones. Oh, it's great.
It is.
Oh, Buckshot Jones. All right. That is the end of our podcast. If you get another sexy shot of Harold, not really. Welcome to the end of this. You've made it. Well, thank you very much for watching this episode of the IHN Show. We certainly hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like down below and subscribe to our channel to be up to date on new video releases. Hit the little bell icon to be notified when we do upload a new episode. That's for the old YouTube. You can download our podcast on Apple Podcasts, or if you have Android, you can download Podbean and download it through there. If you help us make the show better and easier to produce and in turn be more productive, please support us on Patreon. Link to that down below. If you'd like to contact the show, it is ihnshow@gmail.com, and that'll be in the description and in the outro screen, along with a link to our Patreon page. If you'd like to start a conversation in the comments or live streams, please do so. We just request there's no mean or vulgar language.
Racism, politics, and sexism is not allowed.
Just use common sense before you type. We're all here for good fun. White flags in the air. Anything to add?
Yeah, I do have something to add for a while.
Oh, by the way, add 3 points to Richie Rich. He won stage 2.
Oh, sure. Now you tell me this.
Oh, I read it. I was like, son of a bitch. So while you write that down, so now he's at 45 points. IndyCar is Saturday, May 11th at 3 p.m. Eastern at the Indy Road Course and NBC, and for race 5 of 17, and in race 12 of 36 of the point season for NASCAR, Saturday, May 11th as well, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for a night race at Kansas on FS1. Yes, what'd you want to add?
What I wanted to add was even though it's a Monday and not Wednesday, I have my pick for the race at Kansas.
I already know what that pick is.
And you think I chose?
You told me earlier, unless you changed it.
I did change it.
Oh, you did change it, eh?
I chose the number 19 of Marty McFly. Because in 4 races, he has an average finish of 2.25, 2 wins.
Ah, son of a...
4 top 5s, 208 laps led, 1 pole, average starting position of 5.8, and his lowest finish at Kansas in 4 races is 5th. Hot dang. He's good. I'll still go with Marty McFly.
He hasn't been dominant at the mile of the Haas, but okay.
All right.
I have not decided yet, so we're going to wait on that. So, I will come up with that pick soon.
Later.
Please join us on Wednesday for another live stream of our podcast. Have a great rest of your week if you don't.